Hello and welcome back to my corner of the internet. For those of you who are new here, my name is Danielle Gray. I'm a manifestation and mindset expert, purpose activator, transformational teacher, and spiritual mentor, elevating you to your highest and best so that you can manifest a life that you love and never need a vacation from. And I would love it if you would say hi and let me know where you're watching from. I love to connect with people from all over, and it's so interesting to me to see where everybody's watching from. So please, if you're hanging out with me, please let me know so I can thank you. And today I want to actually debunk a manifesting misconception, which is that manifestation is about wishful thinking alone. Okay. So I want to start by saying, as I've said in other videos over the years, we are all manifesting all of the time. Okay. We were born with the innate ability to create our reality. Your entire physical reality right now is a reflection of your beliefs, your thoughts, the actions you've taken or not taken, and who you've been, who you're being, how you're showing up in the world. Okay. And so, yes, we can definitely manifest things just with wishful thinking. We can definitely manifest things with just fleeting thoughts. Like, for example, I have had many experiences in my life where I have been thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner. And then I'm just like, oh, I really would rather, order sushi or something. And then within a couple of minutes, my husband will turn to me and say, how do you feel about getting sushi for dinner? Or he'll say, what do you want to have for dinner? And I'll say, I don't know. What do you think? Or I'll say, like, I thawed whatever. And then he'll say, I kind of feel like getting sushi. And I'm just like, bam, yes, let's do it. So, there's things like that. There's things like maybe you think of a song and then it comes on the radio, or you've been thinking about, you had a fleeting thought about a movie you wanted to see, or you haven't seen it in a long time or something. And then if you still have cable, you're switching channels and then all of a sudden it's on, I don't know, TLC or whatever, right? Hallmark channel or whatever. So yes, you can manifest with just fleeting thoughts. Yes, you can manifest with wishful thinking. However, it's not the most empowered way to go about it, right? So first, I want to let you know that the best, most effective way to master manifestation is to shift your perspective, shift your mindset, become the person who expects good things to happen to them, right? So like by now, it's funny because when I started deliberately manifesting, when I learned that was even a thing, I thought I was a super positive person, and positivity is not necessarily required. Like toxic positivity, not required. Being positive 100% of the time, absolutely not required. But it is like you do have to have a positive outlook on life and expect good things to happen to you, right? And you have to look at things and know that they're working out for you. You have to expect the right outcome. And you have to also look at the thing you're manifesting and know that it'll come. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I couldn't believe how negative I was until I started paying attention to the things I was saying out loud to other people, to myself. I could not believe it. So like I say, although positivity 100% of the time is not required, you do have to have an empowered outlook and know that everything is always working out for you and that the things you're manifesting are coming. Okay. But the reason why some things are easier to manifest than others, and why it seems like I literally just had a wishful thought about this and it happened versus I've been manifesting this for 3 years and it hasn't come, is the level of resistance we have to the things. Okay. Obviously, you have very little to no resistance about having sushi for dinner, or about a song coming on the radio, or about, somebody phoning you or something, right? You have no resistance to that. There's no reason that you would have a limiting belief around having sushi for dinner, right? But the bigger things, the reason they take so long, it's always energetics, right? Like the second you set down that you want to manifest something, it starts to unfold. And so for a lot of us, we've gotten to the point where we've been manifesting a lot of things and not all of them have come to fruition. And what is energetically happening is the things that you've been manifesting are sitting, on your peripheral of your life, kind of like at your back door, waiting for you to open the door, and you're too busy looking out the front window. You know what I'm saying? So know that things that are more important to you generally will come with more resistance. You feel like you need this thing. Life will be so much better when I have this thing. I can't wait until this is happening because then this will be. So first of all, you are projecting your happiness out into the future, and you're making your happiness codependent on the thing manifesting, which is not good, not healthy, because all we have is today. You don't even know if you're going to make it to tomorrow anyway. And if you are laying on your deathbed tonight, I don't mean to get morbid with it, but like if you're laying on your deathbed tonight or tomorrow morning, are you going to regret how you spent the last day, the last week, the last month, the last year thinking about this thing that you wanted to manifest and knowing that you wouldn't be happy until it came? Or do you want to be able to look back and go, you know what? Yeah, that thing never did happen, or maybe it just finally happened and now I'm, you know what I mean? But at least I enjoyed every second of my life along the way. And I'm obviously, the more you enjoy life, the more magnetic you become to the things that you want. Right. And part of the reason the thing is not coming is because you've put all this pressure on it coming and you're saying, I'll only be happy when you finally show up. And it's like, whoa, think of it like a dating app, right? And you're talking to this person and you're like, well, I'll only be happy once I'm in a loving relationship. It's like, well, I don't want to date you if you're going to be like that though, and put all that on me, that now it's up to me to make you happy. Like, absolutely not. You should be happy and I should be happy. And then we should come together and be happy. Right. That's the same way the universe operates, the same way your manifestations are operating. Okay. And know that especially the bigger things like more success, bigger, better house, new relationship, more money, more whatever, right? This, whatever it is that you're manifesting, chances are it's going to require a new / updated version of you, right? It's going to require you 2.0, you 3.0, you 4.0, because what got you here got you the results that you have. But if you don't have the things that you're manifesting, it's because you haven't become a match for those things. So you have to look at how this thing hasn't manifested and go, okay, well, how am I showing up in misalignment with the thing that I'm asking for? Like, for example, if you're trying to grow business success, but you procrastinate on all of your things and you're not showing up for yourself or your business, you're not organizing your tasks, you're not set up to receive an influx of clients, you don't have systems in place, you don't have any way to serve, the number of clients you would need to hit the income goal or whatever, like, there's an incongruence. That's not going to work. The universe needs you to get ready. You need to act as if the thing is already coming. So the fastest way to manifest more success in your business is to act like it's already happened. And now you're just in a situation where you're like, okay, how do I make this flow as peacefully as possible? How can it feel the best? How can I maintain this level of success? Because like I said at the beginning, what you are asking for is already manifesting in the background. So now your job is to get ready to be ready. So instead of going, oh, well, whatever, I'll deal with that when I have the clients. I'll get that software when I have the clients. I'll open my calendar up to calls when somebody asks me for one. I'll set this thing up. No, because you're not acting like it's already coming. You're not showing the universe that you're ready to receive the thing. Like if you want to be taking, let's say you want to do one-on-one coaching or take on one-on-one clients, and you want to do some variation of a discovery call, but you don't have a calendar set up for somebody to book a discovery call. And you're like, well, whatever, I'll just put posts out and I'll ask people to DM me. And then when they finally do DM me, I'll just sort it out then. It's like, but then you're going to feel very chaotic, very flustered, very unprofessional, very unprepared to take this new client. And that energy is going to be felt by this person that you're trying to speak to about working with you. And they're going to be turned off before they even give you a chance. And they won't even know why. They'll just realize that it's not a good fit. Versus you're starting a business, you want to do discovery calls, open a free Calendly link, get the booking situation sorted, figure out what hours you want to take calls. And I also wouldn't open your whole calendar. Like, this is getting a little specific, but I also wouldn't open your whole calendar, because if, let's assume that you're so successful that all of these call slots are booked. Now you're taking calls, 4 or 5 days out of the week. That's way too many. You'll burn out and you won't even have helped anybody. So instead, dedicate, again, this is a specific suggestion, but if you're going to do discovery calls, I suggest you set aside a day or two of the week that those are your call days. And then another day or two of the week where you're creating content, and another day or two that you're, coaching people, or you're having your one-on-one meetings, or you're doing whatever, right? Set yourself up for success now. Act as if it's already happening. It's not just about wishful thinking. It's about taking actual action, right? To deliberately manifest something that you want, you have to have a good combo of your beliefs being in line with what you're manifesting. You have to take the action, and you have to get into alignment with the thing and the version of you who you need to be to have that thing, right? Start acting as if, embody the version of you who is already successful. Act as if, like, let's fast forward and say It's a year from now and you've already manifested whatever it is that you're manifesting. Okay. What's different? What is that version of you worried about? What is that version of you stressed out about? What is that version of you enjoying? How is she spending her day? How does she feel about the work that she does? How does she feel about how busy her calendar is? How does she feel about her bank account? How does she feel when she's ordering a coffee at Starbucks? Is she like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm spending $4 on this? Or is she like, oh, this is going to be the best latte I've ever had all day because I'm going to have another one tomorrow. And I love treating myself to this really luxurious coffee because I work hard, but I love what I do and I deserve to treat myself with the money that I earn doing something that I love. And thank you for giving me the resources to be able to buy this coffee and support the employees at this, Starbucks and the person working the drive-through and just all of it, right? Like it all is all about perception shifting and all of this, but think about the beliefs that she'd have, the actions that she'd be taking, and the alignment that she'd be in. Like, how is she showing up when she wakes up? Like, just very right out of the gate, when she wakes up in the day, what time is she getting up? How is she spending her morning? Is she getting up and then spending her morning reading the newspaper and getting down and out about the current events? Or is she getting up, making a coffee, doing yoga while the coffee brews, and then she's drinking her coffee while she maybe something that I do, this is me. I get up, I brew my coffee, I do some yoga stretches, and then I get on my phone and I look on Pinterest, but I look at it more from like a manifesting, like future pacing. I want to do this project and I want to do this and this looks cool and things like that. Or I read some pages of my book, or I do usually do them both, but I sometimes switch the order that they're in depending on what I feel like looking up or what book I'm reading or whatever. But then what? You know what I mean? Then how does her day go? Does it then go to chaos and shit when everybody gets up? Or is the rest of the day structured too? The future version of you, let's say if you are more successful, you need to be more stringent with your time and your boundaries. So that one very simple thing would be this is going to sound unrelated, but to meal plan and grocery shop according to your meals that you've planned out, rather than just going to the grocery store and just grabbing whatever the hell and then trying to put together a meal during the week. No, sit down, take some time, take a half hour, poll your kids, poll your family, get a consensus on what everybody wants to eat that week. So you also don't have to have I don't want this for dinner conversation, right? And then you shop according to the meal plan. And then you know what you're making each day. You know what ingredients you need. You know what to buy at the grocery store. Everybody knows what to expect. Like it cuts down on so much chaos, right? And it sounds unrelated, but isn't the 2.0 version of you taking better care of herself and her family? Isn't she taking that extra half hour every week that she'd probably otherwise be spending watching Netflix or scrolling on social media anyway to set her future self up for success? Like, that's the best question. How is your future self setting your further future self up for success? Because that's what you need to be thinking about. How can you today set your future self up for success? And that includes getting ready to be ready to receive the thing that you're manifesting. Okay, so with that, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has been helpful. I would love to have you take advantage of all of the resources I have inside of the Manifestation Mastery Toolkit, including my 5 steps proven to manifest anything. I've got a whole other video series on getting into alignment with your manifestation and with the version of you you're supposed to be anyway, to manifest with greater ease and master manifestation so that your entire life flows more magically and more positively. Because let me tell you, it's amazing when you know everything works out for you and everything does, and you get the proof, and it's just amazing. Among so many other resources, guided meditations, journaling prompts, universal laws trainings, chakra balancing information, the science behind manifesting, just all the things. So I would love to have you inside. Go ahead and text Mastery to that phone number below if you would like to get the link to sign up. I would love to have you. And in the meantime, happy manifesting.